fun stuff. Let's talk about. Oh, okay. You're gonna love this. So, Joe Rogan and the Joe Rogan Experience. Look, we've covered.
And it's always an experience.
Yep. Look, now this is the majority of reports going to cover this. That we're going to cut a clip from them, but we've talked about the trans thing's overblown. They're a small community and they deserve rights and blah blah blah. It's not really the big thing. They're not trans people are not out there attacking people or trying to turn people trans or gay or whatever. That's not a thing.
There's like what? Why would they be trying to convert anybody?
Right. Right. And giving them rights is not a threat to the natural order. People aren't going to get assaulted more. Nothing. None of that's. Well, Joe Rogan's found the evidence that proves us wrong.
Oh
yeah.
my.
Oh yeah. He's.
Oh boy.
And the majority of reports going to cover it. This is devastating. We might have to apologize and say we were wrong here, Lace. We'll see. Oops, here we go.
Your own narrative. There is more of Joe Rogan spreading misinformation, disinformation. Who knows?
I was never heard a crowd over a minute of people screaming at the top of their lungs as he's walking in.
Nuts.
This country is fed up.
Yeah,
this is a
seriously
fed up country.
Yeah,
the mainstream media can say all the shit they want, and they're trying, but the people aren't buying it.
No, that's the perfect example right there. Is 20,000 people or whatever, like losing their minds when the dude's walking to the cage. It's like there's no fighter that gets that, but yeah, the country. It's like you can tell. You just talk to people or see what's going on. It's like you could tell.
Well, there's people.
So they're talking about there was a fighter, an MMA fighter, who just did a fight, and he's very anti-gay, anti-trans. Basically, made a bunch of horrible comments. Said if he found out one of his kids was gay or trans, he would feel like a failure as a parent and all this shit. It's just terrible. He was talking shit to the reporters, and it just got really ugly. But they're talking about he still did the thing, went to the arena, people were still cheering. It's like, okay, great, but it doesn't really prove anything. But now they're going to get into the meat, the evidence that this is a problem, the trans agenda.
The trans agenda. Oh my goodness.
Did you see it? Okay, well, let's play it. Let's see it. Pull it up, producer.
Play.
It was slick.
It was slick. I was like, it was just cool, dude. Though it was funny.
It's a weird time because there's people in this country that want to think he's Hitler.
I know. Yeah.
It's very strange.
Like, you couldn't convince me otherwise. Just hanging out with that, like, man.
Well, it's just the media narrative. I mean, so many people were fed this lie that the Russia collusion.
Yeah.
Was this
they're talking about how great Trump is because that's his audience. That's where he makes his money.
You're talking about? Let me see what this one says. I don't think it is.
By the way, the same stable genius said the biggest problem we had in the Revolutionary War is we didn't have enough airports.
Yeah, they made that.
Or I guess one that Jews will not replace us. That's another one.
Antifa setting that, like.
So on this one, he's got a different guy on who's wheezing the whole time. He's an old guy. But they're talking about the same
First
stuff.
of all, I haven't heard about Antifa for about 4 years now. But to the extent that they were showing up, it was to protest Patriot Prayer and other fascist
Exactly. They were there to protect clergy members at protests.
Yeah.
And they were at Black Lives Matter protests, but Antifa became a way for Trump and other Republicans to say black people rioting without actually saying it because they were worried about how that might come across.
That's true. All right. So here we go. The trans issue.
Start civil unrest in order to push a narrative about a political movement that the people are tired of Trump, they're evil, they're hateful. You know what? Jim Brewer has a fucking great bit.
Oh, God.
About the Women's March.
There you go.
Because remember when Trump was in office, the Women's March? The Women's March, he goes, yeah, you knew who a woman was then. That's a great joke. That's only 2016. 2016, you get...
Yeah, that's a great joke. That was super funny. I was at the Women's March. There were a lot of people at the Women's March. Oh, they're just so stupid. I mean, and you know you're in deep shit when you say Jim Brewer had a good joke. Jim Brewer didn't have a good joke. Brewer's an idiot. Anyway.
And also, there were trans women at the I was there. I mean, I there was many diverse people at the Women's March. So it's just, but now it's going to be crazier.
Running a women's organization who says he's a woman.
It's a crazy fucking world.
You see this video? There's this lady in Chicago, and this guy is trying to use the women's room, and she's going in there with her daughter, and this guy has a full beard, just a full beard, and she's yelling at him. She's like, you are a whole man. And he's like, I am a woman. And they're like, big, deep breath, big, deep voice, big, husky guy with a fucking beard. What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Is this being kind? Is that what this is? Is this being open-minded and compassionate? Or is this opening the door to fucking psychopaths? This is it. Yeah, click this. Look at this.
Don't get in my face. Do not get in my face. Don't get in my face. Don't get in my face.
Look at the size of that dude.
You see my door right here? You right here? No. You need to go over there to the meeting. You need to go over there to the meeting. You is a man. A whole grown man. I'm sorry. I don't know what.
We see this guy. This guy's a big dude. There he is, with a beard.
On my birthday. Okay. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Hey man, use another bathroom.
Excuse me?
Just use another bathroom. There's a child in there.
What?
That's a child. That's a child in there.
This is journalism to
Use the men's bathroom.
Okay. I'm a woman. What does it matter? What does it matter? You guys mind if this is coming to this world is coming to I don't know what
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing, Lacey. So there's the evidence that by giving trans people rights, we're opening it up for perverts to use bathrooms and assault little girls and women. So Joe Rogan showed us the evidence, and that's a real thing. He just said it was a real thing. Okay, so we might have been wrong about this whole thing. Let's watch some more.
The people that want to deny
I don't think so.
To let you know that is in fact not a real.
I think we have to keep it going though.
Oh, it's not a real thing. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
That's my division. That's my division. This is where world is coming to I don't know what
that's a real thing. Mm-hmm. Now, the people that want to deny that that's a real thing, you're doing a disservice for everyone. You're doing a disservice to all the innocent women that have to go into those bathrooms and don't feel safe, and you're doing a disservice to real trans people. There's gonna be a bunch of people that game your system, and there's gotta be a bunch of perverts with fucking beards who want to go where the little girls are sitting. People are out of their minds. There's a certain percentage of people that are out of their fucking minds. It doesn't mean that all trans people are bad. It doesn't mean that all trans people are out of their minds. It means that you have to know what's crazy and what's not. And that's fucking crazy.
You have to know.
So, Lacey, we have to know what's crazy. We don't know what's crazy. Joe Rogan knows what's crazy.
He just made a point. I think he made a point in there. And then he went and basically said his own point was wrong.
Well, maybe not. It gets worse. Trust me. This is a gift for Lacey. She didn't know about this, so.
Trying to get into a bathroom where a mother and her daughter are in there.
What has this got to do with trans anything?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The cops weren't called.
Well, it's Chicago, right?
And what happens if the cops come now? What happens in that situation if the cops come? There was no assault.
When I was in San Francisco, they might arrest that lady.
You guys,
they might arrest her for being a bigot.
Shoot the sketch.
Who knows, man?
Go ahead, keep going.
It's Narnia out there. It's a fantasy world. People have lost their fucking mind, and I think it's engineered. I think that China has been TikToking these fucking people into a coma. All those little videos where, trans awareness and, and maybe you're trans and there are no genders, just psychos like that guy. now think that the culture has moved to the point where they can kind of get away with it.
His eyes.
Maybe the culture's changed their opinion on things. I think I can get away with this. I think I can wear my full beard with my dick out and go around women. And there's gonna be guys like that, just like there's real trans people. There's gonna be guys that are crazy, that take advantage of this thing that I think has been at least partially engineered by other countries. I think the algorithm supporting that and pushing.
No. It's engineered. See, by other countries.
He's worried about men that are either perverts or mentally unstable or both, pulling their dicks out at women's bathrooms.
Yeah, that's what's going on. There's going to be perverts. We don't understand this, Lacey. Joe Rogan understands it, and this was set up by China and TikTok to try and destroy our country from within.
Chinese are trying to make going to the bathroom in America problematic, basically.
Yeah. Well, and this is the same. Remember, he talked about Russia interfering in the 2016 election, and he called that a hoax, even though we have evidence that that's what they did. Right? But no, this is China. It's trying to get male perverts to dress in drag so they can go into bathrooms and, I don't know, assault women. And he's got video proof of it.
Oh,
now,
boy.
the thing I love about this is, first off, I'm more concerned about who was filming that. Who's standing outside of a woman's bathroom just filming?
That's super weird too,
weird.
Right?
The whole video is just weird. But let's get into it.
And can we offer, unless I missed something, I don't think this person that they were filming had a dick out.
No.
I failed to see anybody with a dick out trying to enter. I mean, I guess I would be concerned if somebody came and had their dick out in their hand and start trying to come into a woman's bathroom. That would concern me. I don't think that this is a trans issue, but yes, I guess if somebody pulls their dick out and starts coming toward my women's bathroom that I'm trying to go to, I would be concerned. Yeah. But he didn't show us a video of somebody with their dick out trying to enter a bathroom.
No. Just somebody claiming to be a trans woman. Anyway, it's even dumber than you think.
Pushing that out to people. People are super easily influenced, man. Super easily influenced.
Oh, you know what? Pause it. Actually,
people are super easily influenced. Watch this.
They are super easily influenced. I mean, imagine how influenced some people might be by their favorite podcaster who speaks with authority, who's out there, gets paid $100 million by a corporation that has, I don't believe everything that's in print, but I mean, if you got a company that is spent $100 million on one of the biggest podcasts in the world, people are easily influenced. It's true. It's almost like we shouldn't have nefarious actors out there trying to influence people. And those people who do have big influence should have a responsibility to actually have a single iota of knowledge and sort of done a single moment of work to know that what they're saying has any basis in reality or truth. It's almost just like that. Continue.
God, another commercial.
I wish I would have known about the farmer's dog a lot sooner.
Do you make it
3, 2, 1.
This thing where you just have to accept everything that happens to be trans. Everything is fine as long as you call it trans. Well, then what about perverts? Don't you think perverts are going to game that system?
Against the law, Joe.
This is a Willy Wonka golden ticket for perverts. No, that's what it is.
Wasn't there
It's still illegal to assault somebody in a bathroom or to flash somebody in a bathroom. It doesn't change anything. It's so
a couple years ago about some chick saying that we need pedophiles.
I'm looking through comments on this saying that this video we just watched is satire. Yeah, I've seen other videos like this where there are people that, I don't know who they are, but there are groups of people that will make videos like this that make them seem real.
Sketch groups?
That lady's a great actress.
I'm not saying this, but I'm looking at a lot of comments.
It's her fault.
Stage,
she was too good at it.
They might be right. But that lady, if that's true, that lady's a fucking great actress. Because that lady really did seem like someone who was very flustered and was trying to.
So he does this whole thing about, there's a threat to giving trans people rights because perverts are going to game the system, and that's a real thing, and I got the video to prove it. And look, these people are easily influenced and suckered, and they don't know what they're talking about, and people get tricked all the time. And oh wait, this is a hoax.
Easily influenced and suckered.
And it's not even.
He was easily influenced and suckered.
And then, of course, after he's lectured everybody about you need to know what's really going on and da-da-da, and I get suckered, then he realizes, oh, wait, his producers tell him, no, that was satire. That didn't really happen. Oh, well, she's a really good actress, man.
Oh, you just can't make this stuff up, can you?
Well, what's so funny about it, too, is, how his producer figures it out? His producer looks at the comments. And then furthermore, if you go to the video on that guy's page that did that video, his YouTube page, like ours, where it has a description, says, I do satirical videos. Nothing on this is real.
So,
he discloses that on his fucking about page.
So he discloses that basically everything that he posts is satire in some way.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
One left click on the guy's YouTube page, and they would have known that this was bullshit. But they aired it anyway, and then Joe gives a big lecture about people are idiots and they don't know what's real and blah, blah, blah. and he's talking about himself, and he doesn't even fucking realize it. He's my fucking hero, man. Oh, God. It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Oh, man. Anyway, we're getting up. We have some economy stuff. We can go over that next time. We can go over the Gen Z stuff next time. I think we should just wrap up for now. But I was like, I just wanted to end with that because that's just so fucking...
That's pretty great.
Well, my favorite part is look, first off, people, the trans people assaulting people in the bathroom thing, it's basically an imaginary crime. It doesn't occur. I mean, it's about as likely as a unicorn's doing a drive-by against the gnomes of Mars. It's like it doesn't happen.
Listen, if that happened, it would be all over the news.
Absolutely. Fox would be
all over the news.
Fox would do it 48 hours on that. The other thing is, not only is it not really a thing, and I know they'll love to quote this statistic where trans people are 7 times more likely to be involved in some sort of sexual assault or violent sexual assault. What they don't tell you when they tell you that is, yeah, they're 7 times more likely to be involved as the victim, not as the perpetrator.
Not the one perpetrating the crime. I was going to say as the victim. Yeah.
So it's just this. Oh man, it's all bullshit. But it's China. China's invading it, and I mean, he just goes on these wild, crazy, fucking conspiracy nonsense, talking about how we're all idiots because we don't know, and then boom, it blows up in his face. Oh, man, that woman's a great actress. Anybody would have fallen for that.
That was an experience. That was definitely an experience.
But I still love that whole. I still can't even get over the fact that it's like these people are falling for all this stupid shit, and then he falls for it. Oh, well, that's because the woman was so talented that anybody would have fallen for that. At no point we were sitting there going, what the fuck is with this? The whole time you were like, I don't even buy this shit.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, there were just so many things.
Yeah. Well, who's filming a woman's public bathroom? That was what tipped me off right away. Who's standing there filming a women's public bathroom?
Right. And if I mean, my thinking is, if some sort of weird drama starts unfolding and people do start filming it, it's not that clear of a filming usually. Like, it's sort of like shaky, bumpy. You know what I mean? Like, that was very steady.
Yeah, that was like on a tripod kind of. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. As opposed to like a handheld, somebody just like, oh, let me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just weird. Anyway, most of the time it's like, yeah, if he wasn't a trans woman, but if it was a trans woman, she looked semi-masculine and she wanted to go in there, go to the bathroom. You go in, you go to the bathroom. I mean, you don't have to interact with them. In women's bathroom, you guys have separate stalls, so it's not like you're seeing each other. I mean,
no,
I mean, it's just crazy stuff. Oh, let me see if I can find this right. I wanted to show this clip, or not clip, but picture. See if I can find it. This was kind of a famous one. Here it is. So, this is when they passed the bill about some of those where you had to go into the bathroom that matched your sex at birth. All right. See this guy in the cowboy hat? Right here? In the top right? Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. All right. So these, shoot. So these guys, right, this is a trans man, and he has to use the woman's bathroom. Do you see how awkward that is for everybody?
Super awkward.
I mean,
super awkward.
This guy does not belong here. He might belong on his own brand of barbecue sauce, but I don't think he belongs in that bathroom. So the whole thing is so stupid, and yet Joe Rogan fell right into it. Just funny shit. Anyway, that's kind of our show for today.
Okay.
I had to end on that. It was just
Joe Rogan gave us an experience, as always.
Yep. I'm sorry. If you're a Joe Rogan fan, yeah, leave it in the comments. You know what? Email us. Come on the show. And remember to like and subscribe so you can hate us more.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, where can everybody catch you, Lazy?
All right. As always, you can catch me at mysensewithsense.com. You can find articles, workshops, courses that I do. If you have questions about any of those things, or you want to suggest a topic, or if you found a Joe Rogan experience you would like to share with us, please send them to us. We love it when you guys send us stuff because you send us some really fun ones.
Yeah.
And Duncan, where could they send that to us?
You can send it to it at our email, gossipfinancead@outlook.com. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, if you want to come on the show and argue with us or just have a discussion, just email us and we'll schedule a time and we can do Discord or we can set up a phone call, whatever you guys want to do. So yeah, just let us know. Thanks again everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.